Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu The Legend of You, Trails of Cold Steel. Beim letzten Mal haben wir endlich das Konzert gegeben und nun kommen wirklich die Bonding-Events.
Oh.
Oh, Mother and Grandfather are still here.
My dad, too. And my brother, though I can't imagine why.
Elliot, Crow. I just wanted to thank you for everything you've done for us.
You mean for the concert?
What brought that on? You got so serious there, I was getting kind of scared.
It's just that our performance today never would have been possible without the two of you guiding it along. I wanted to make sure that you knew how much I appreciate you doing that.
Damn, man. Is making people feel awkward a hobby of yours or something?
Aw, it's no big deal. Besides, it was a real team effort. Everyone played a part. I mean, look at you. You were a fountain of good advice through this whole thing. And honestly, I should be the one thanking everyone.
Huh?
You all helped me discover just how much music means to me. Because it's not just about performing by myself. It's about performing together, playing off each other's strengths to make something wonderful. So I should be the one thanking you. This never would have happened if I didn't come to this academy.
Elliot.
Holy hell, are you guys trying to see who can make me cringe the hardest?
Elliot, my boy! Your father's arms are ready and waiting for you to leap into them!
Elliot und Olaf.
Does he always have to say that stuff so loudly? Sorry, I'll see you later, okay?
Yeah, later. This year's festival's been a blast. I'm kinda hoping we can do the same thing next year, too. Though, who knows if Class 7 is even going to exist next year? Crow?
Oh, yeah. Generally, people stay in the same class from their first day to their graduation, but Class 7's basically one giant exception to everything the school's ever done, so who knows?
I guess that has its pluses and its minuses. But no matter what, it's not going to be the same. We won't have you.
If I manage to graduate, at least. Barring any nasty surprises, I'll be in Class 7 till the end of the month. Which means our time as classmates is almost up.
Now that you mention it, yeah. We'll have to see if we can throw you a farewell party around the end of the month then. Can't let you off easy.
Come on, it's no big deal. Trust me, you're still gonna see more than enough of me next year. Sure, I'll have moved out of the dorms, but I'll be sure to stop by once a week to steal some of Sharon's cooking.
You better. Oh, and by the way, I'm not going to have to call you Mr. Armbrust or anything after you graduate, am I? I mean, we've spent so much time together that treating you like a proper adult just wouldn't feel right.
Of course not. And if I ever catch you calling me Mr. Armbrust again, I'm gonna smack you. Oh, yeah. Guess it's about time I gave you this back.
Isn't this... I completely forgot about it. You've done so much for me since then. Saving Elise, helping with the concert? Compared to all that, 50 mira is nothing.
The feeling's mutual. Besides, I never return the mirror that I borrow. Makes that coin extra special. So go on, take it.
Oh, by the way, you know there was interest on this, right? How much do you suppose you really owe me after half a year?
Oh man, what kind of racket are you running here anyway? I thought you were supposed to be a good kid.
Well, there's this one second year who's taught me a thing or two about making money. To be honest, it feels kind of lonely to think that everything between us is completely settled and done with. So, what do you say? You still owe me?
I swear, the things I do for love. All right, you'll get your stupid interest someday. Maybe.
Diese verdammten 50 Mira waren die teuersten und gleichzeitig besten, die die Republik des Empire Erebonia je gesehen hat.
Alphen, I am drawn to the party before us like a moth to a flame, like a starving man to a banquet, like beauty to me. What say you we grace the dancers with the gift of our company?
It's as though you read my mind.
Come now, don't waste your time watching. It's time to dance.
No need to worry about formalities tonight. Let's all relax, enjoy ourselves, and maybe let a few secrets slip.
Allow me, Sharon, before every red-blooded boy in this school lines up for a chance.
It would be my honor.
Madam Chairman, might I have this dance?
Of course. Given that our former partners left the dance all too soon, we seem to make for an appropriate pair.
I suppose you're right.
Ich mag jetzt ein Lied, das sie zu sagen so, oh nein.
Instructor, I cannot thank you enough for all you've done for my daughter. I can, however, ask you for the pleasure of this dance.
Really? Ooh, he's just my type, too.
Hmm?
Oh, just talking to myself.
Well, I'll be dancing with all my little kittens by the end of the night. But I suppose I can let you take the first dance.
Well, I don't mind. But seeing you in that dress is enough to make any guy feel intimidated.
They waste no time, do they?
It's no surprise that my grandfather made a beeline for Sharon, but I never expected to see Mother dancing.
In some ways, it seems as though they're younger than we are.
Looks like everyone's having fun, though. Shall we join them?
You've given me more than enough of your time already today. Between showing me around and your incredible concert, you must be exhausted. And besides, I'm sure there's someone else you'd rather dance with here. Why not ask them instead?
Und hier sind wir nun bei dem Bonding-Event. Wir werden jetzt von oben und unten alle einmal durchgehen.
I knew it. So, I have a potential sister-in-law now, do I?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Still, maybe you're right. Maybe I will go ask her. I do feel kind of bad leaving you here on your own, though.
I'm fine, really. Besides, if you spend all this time worrying about me, the music will be over by the time you ask.
Well, okay.
He's such an idiot. Oh, Elise. Your Highness? The generally accepted strategy here would be to keep his eyes on you, not push him toward another girl's tender embrace. If you were to only gather the courage to ask him, I'm certain that he would be more than accommodating. It's fine. I'm fine, honestly.
Elisa.
Reen, is your sister okay?
Yeah. Actually, she's the only reason I had the courage to come over here. Would you dance with me?
What? Me?
That was the idea. Is that a no?
Alright. Let's get a little closer to the bonfire then.
Okay. Everyone's still at it.
I wish I still had that much energy left. Still, it's not like there's a lot more festival to use it on. It's strange. It feels like the whole year's been building up to this festival, but...
Yeah, it felt like it was over in the blink of an eye. Both the festival and the year as a whole.
Exactly. It won't be long until the second years graduate and we'll be in their shoes. Time really does fly, huh?
Yeah. It's hard to believe so many months have passed since we all first met. But I do have to wonder whether any of us have gotten any closer to figuring out what we're going to do with our lives.
I wish I knew. I might have looked confident when I told Mother that I'd show her how to run the company by the time I'd graduated. But that was in the heat of the moment. I honestly don't know whether I'd drive Reinford straight into the ground or not.
How could you know? Still,
there's one thing I do know. No matter how difficult the odds, our class always finds a way through. Growing up should be no different.
you stole my line.
I think you need some new material. I'm getting used to your speeches by now. Well, that, and I believe it. I think everything is going to work out as long as our class is together. As long as you and I are together. Forget I said anything.
Elisa. Then let's stay together. We're still looking for our places in the world, but maybe they're right next to each other.
I hope so.
Me too. After that, I went back to see Elise. But by then, that memorable evening was approaching its end.
Reen? Elise?
Ich glaube, das ist die Stelle Update, wo die dann immer alle wieder aufpicken. Deswegen dann hier ein Cut. Und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Bonding-Event.
The only person I can think of is...
Who? Is something wrong?
No, it's just that I was thinking of a male friend of mine.
I never would have imagined you were into that sort of thing.
What sort of thing?
The sort that fills young maidens' hearts with joy and heads with dreams.
Your Highness?
Your Highness? Good evening, Reen. What a joy this is, especially considering that Class 7 has no lack of fine gentlemen. Ooh, there are so many wonderful potential pairings that I hardly know where to start. Your Highness, please!
Is this what the head of the literature club's always writing about? How did I not connect the dots until now? Elise, is this kind of thing popular over at St. Estraya?
Well... Oh, Reen, you're so precious. Rare is the woman who could deny herself a honeyed sip from this wellspring of fantasy.
Just try not to fall in and drown yourselves. Anyway, I'll be back later. Please excuse me, Your Highness.
Maybe I should have taken matters into my own hands. By the looks of it, you still might have a chance. Your Highness, please!
Hey, Elliot.
Oh, Reen.
Looks like you managed to break out of your dad's bear hug.
Barely. You went off to talk to the principal with Fiona. On that note, where's Elise?
I asked her to dance with me, but she turned me down in no uncertain terms. Anyway, wanna go sit down somewhere? I'm totally wiped out after today. All I want to do is get a drink and some rest.
Good idea. It is getting pretty hectic around here. I wouldn't mind getting away from it all.
Let's do it. Look at all the fun people are having. So, have you danced with anyone yet?
A little bit, with Fiona, since she asked me to. It's kind of embarrassing to dance with your sister, though, so we didn't do it for long.
Huh. Never would have thought about it that way. But anyway, what'd you talk with your dad about?
Well... our concert really impressed him.
Well, hey, that must have put a smile on your face. Wait, he doesn't hate music or anything, does he?
No, he's not exactly well-versed in music, but I know for a fact he likes it. But talking to him made me realize something.
And what was that?
He wasn't against me going to the music academy because he was against me pursuing a career in music. He didn't want me to lock myself into it. He wanted me to be able to decide for myself just what path I wanted to follow. And more importantly, he wanted me to have the strength to do so, even if people around me tried to stand in my way.
I think you do.
It's not like he said any of this out loud. This is just what I'd like to believe his reasoning was. And if that's the case, I think I was finally able to show him that I'm strong enough tonight, with all of your help. I'd like to hope that I've been able to put my mom at ease up in heaven too.
I'm sure you did. Elliot, I couldn't be happier that everything worked out for you.
Thanks. I hope we can do another concert next year. And if we do, I want us to make it even more amazing than today's was.
Sounds like a plan. When next year's concert rolls around, I'll be right there with you, doing everything I can to make it great.
Thanks, Reen. That means a lot.
After that, I went back to see Elise.
I knew it. So I have a potential.
Let's not... Still, I do feel kind...
I'm fine. Besides, if you spend all this...
Well...
Das gebe ich mir möglichst gut, weil das ist immer dasselbe.
He's such an idiot. Ah. Your Highness? The generally, if you were to only gather the courage... It's fine.
Laura?
Oh, Reen. Perfect timing. Would you like to dance?
Huh?
My father and instructor Sarah make for rather impressive dancing partners. Watching them makes me want to go up and dance myself.
To be honest, I came over here ready to ask you the same thing.
Oh?
Still, since the guy traditionally asks the girl, I might as well. Would you like to dance with me?
I'd be delighted.
Whew, that was exhausting.
Well, I didn't imagine either of us would have much energy left over after our performance. Still, that didn't keep dancing with you from being a lot of fun. I don't get the chance to dance very often, especially at big events like this.
My family's the same way. We might be nobles, but we're not exactly a common sight at high society gatherings.
I suppose this was a new experience for the both of us then. Attending this academy has given me the chance to see sides of myself that I didn't even know existed.
Same here.
When I first enrolled in this academy, I wanted nothing more than to improve my swordsmanship. But when I arrived, I met people whose values differed wildly from my own. People like you and Fee. That allowed me to see the world in ways I never considered. To see myself in ways I never considered. Thanks to you and our other classmates, I've gained far more than combat training, and I am truly grateful.
You're making me blush. I feel the same way, though.
How so?
At least you had something in mind when you enrolled. My decision to come here was half-hearted at best. But I know now that it was the right choice. If I hadn't joined this academy, I never would have met you or any of our other classmates.
Reen.
Besides, you and I have something even closer than our other classmates. We're both followers of the way of the sword, and we keep pushing each other beyond our limits. I'm grateful for that.
As am I. And I suppose that's enough for now.
Huh?
Don't worry, it's nothing. I'm glad that the two of us have another year to train alongside each other.
Likewise. After that, I went back to see Elise.
Is...
No, it's just... Elise,
Oh,
just trying to... Anyway, please excuse me,
hmm. You're...
Hey, Machias.
Ah, Reen. Weren't you with your sister?
I asked her to dance with me, but she turned me down in no uncertain terms. Are you on your own too?
Yes, indeed. Dad's gone off to dance, so here I am, trying and failing to stave away my boredom.
Sounds like I showed up at the right time. Wanna go sit down somewhere together? I figured that after today, we'd both earned ourselves a drink and some rest.
Well, it beats the alternative. Anything to get away from all this hubbub.
Let's go find a spot then.
The past 2 days have been exhausting.
At least it all paid off in the end. It must have been even tougher for you, though, since you were pulling double duty taking care of the chess club.
You say that like the student council didn't have you running yourself ragged. But you're right. It all paid off. Makes me a little emotional to think back on it all. Hard to believe that the day actually came when I worked alongside nobles toward a common goal. Me!
That is hard to believe.
Our concert, the chess club's event. Neither of those would have been possible without students from the upper classes. I never thought I'd be able to accept something like that.
You've come a long way since we first met. It seems like you've finally started getting along with Eustace.
Well, you have to find someone to compete with if you ever want to improve. And arrogant nobles make for semi-decent competition. I guess.
It wouldn't kill you to be a little more honest.
Why are we even wasting our time talking about him right now? Changing the subject, I'd like to thank you. If I hadn't spent so much time with you and our other classmates, I can't imagine I'd have changed my attitude like this.
You're welcome. But given all that you've done for us, I'd say we're about even.
I'm glad to hear I was somewhat useful. I wish Sis could have been here to see this.
I'm sure she can. She's probably watching this all from heaven by the goddess's side. She must be so proud of how much you've grown too.
I really hope so. The Academy Festival is a celebration of the educational experience, something commoners and nobles alike can enjoy. We have to be sure to keep it that way next year.
We will, whatever it takes. After that, I went back to see Elise. Emma?
Oh, Reen.
I wasn't expecting to find you here.
Oh, well, I wanted to get away from all the excitement for a little while. How's your sister?
She's just fine. Actually, she was the one who... This might not be the right time since you're trying to rest, but... Would you dance with me?
What? Me? I couldn't possibly. I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of people you'd rather dance with, or who are better dancers.
Definitely not. But should I take that as a no?
You should take it as an I'd love to.
Whew, that's a relief. Shall we? Everyone's still having fun.
It makes sense. This festival's practically the culmination of everything we've done since the start of the year. I'm sure everyone has plenty of things they want to talk about with each other.
You're probably right.
I'm really sorry. I feel like I've done nothing but keep secrets from all of you since we first met.
You don't need to apologize for that. It's not like you were doing it to hurt or trick us or anything, right?
Of course not. But I still feel so guilty about having to do it. Even though we've spent so much time together, I feel like I'm not really one of you. That I don't belong here.
That's not true. You do belong here. You're an important part of our class and every one of us cares about you.
Really?
Everybody has their secrets. You don't need to share every little detail of your life for someone to understand you. But if you ever feel like your secrets are too heavy to handle alone, I'm always willing to listen. It doesn't matter what it is. We'll be there, ready to accept it, and whatever it might mean about you.
Reen. I'm sure that someday I'll be able to tell you the truth. So, will you be willing to hold on until then?
No matter how long it takes.
Thank you.
After that, I went back to see Elise. No. Eustace.
Reen?
I'm surprised you're not dancing. I thought that would be your first stop after such a long chat with Rufus.
We had a number of things to discuss. Though I could say the same about you. I would expect you to have invited someone to dance with you by now.
I tried asking Elise, but she shot me down pretty quickly. After a day like today, I feel like we owe ourselves a chance to sit down. Care to join me? You can't tell me you don't think a cold drink and a rest would cap today off perfectly.
You make a compelling argument. You and my desire to escape all of this noise.
Then let's get out of here.
They certainly have an endless supply of enthusiasm, don't they?
I'm guessing most people are starting to get tired, but they don't want to miss out on their chance to have fun. We've spent so much time and effort to prepare, and then the 2 days of the festival itself just seemed to fly by.
I suppose you have a point.
Oh, by the way, you know how you were talking to your brother earlier? What were you two chatting about?
Nothing much. The horses we've been racing in the riding club, our concert, and other such things. He was particularly surprised when I walked onto the stage wearing that outfit. Once his laughter subsided, he told me he couldn't have imagined me doing anything like that before I joined the academy.
Well, at least he had fun.
But he does have a point. I do believe I've changed since we all first met.
I agree. At the start of the year, you had a very unapproachable air about you, but that's not the case anymore.
I'm certain that's due to the influence of some very atypical nobles, particularly Laura and yourself.
I don't know if I deserve any credit for that. I'm just glad that I can call you a friend.
It's a small wonder how you always manage to say those kinds of things with a straight face. Regardless, I do want to thank you.
For what?
When I first came to this academy, I was trying to live my life as a perfect Barriere, just as my brother had taught me. But I gradually learned to exert my individuality. I'm here as Jusis Barriere, not the son of Duke Barriere. Had I not spent so much time with Class 7, and with you in particular, I never would have come into my own.
I'm so happy to hear you say that. Well, here's to changing for the better.
Agreed. We both have room for improvement, but that's what next year is for.
We're going to be great. After that, I went back to see Elise. Fee.
Reen, is there a problem?
No, I was just looking for you. Are you up to anything right now?
Nope.
In that case, would you like to dance with me?
I've never danced before.
Don't worry, I can lead. But if you don't want to, we don't have to.
Let's do it.
Okay then. You're a natural, Fee. But I guess I should have known you'd catch on quickly.
It wasn't too hard once I got the hang of it. And I felt at ease with you leading.
What do you mean?
It reminded me of our leader.
The Jaeger King I've heard about?
Yep. When we're all together, it feels like we're all part of a family. Just like it did back in the Corps. But there's something about you in particular that reminds me of him.
Is that a good thing?
You don't look or act like him at all. But I always felt comfortable when I was with him. And that's how I feel about you too.
That's kind of embarrassing. I don't really know what to say. No, I do. I'm happy to hear that you think of me like that. Everyone needs a family, blood-related or not.
It's been a long time since Zephyr split up. But for the first time in a while, I wish I could see everybody again.
I didn't expect to hear that. But I think it's a good thing. I hope you'll get the chance to see them again soon.
Me too.
After that, I went back to see Elise. No. Hey, Gaius.
Reen? Were you not spending the evening with your sister?
I was, until I asked her to dance. She turned me down flat and sent me off. What about you?
Toma and Charles decided to go dance, so I just saw them off. I was thinking about getting away from all of the excitement, though. I think I need a little rest after all we've done.
That makes two of us. All I want right now is a place to sit and a nice cold drink. Mind if I join you?
Not at all. I appreciate the company.
Okay, let's go find a spot to relax.
Look how much fun they're having dancing together. I was worried that they'd tire themselves out with the journey here. But it seems I made the right choice by inviting them.
I'll say. It's a shame Sheeta and Lily couldn't join them, though.
Yeah, they're still a little too young. But I would like to bring them here one day, if I get the chance.
I'm sure they'd be thrilled. Thinking back on it now, it's hard to believe that it's almost been half a year since we found ourselves in Nord.
Time really flies.
It must feel like longer for you than it does for me, too.
I suppose it would. I'll always be nostalgic for the winds of Nord. But to be honest, I can't say that I feel all that homesick.
Really?
Really. Erebonia is my home.
You mean?
I've spent over half a year at the academy, surrounded by some of my dearest friends. This country is every bit as important to me as Nord is. I wouldn't think twice about calling it my second home.
That's a big-hearted statement to make.
I have all of you to thank for making me feel that way. I really do feel blessed. There aren't many people who can say they have two homes to love equally.
I had no idea you thought so much of this country. Not only does that fill me with pride as an Erebonian, it warms my heart as your friend. This country is changing. There's nothing we can do about that. But hopefully as a class, we can help turn it into a country that we can really be proud of.
I have no doubt about that. I'm happy to have you as a classmate, Reen.
I feel the same way. After that, I went back to see Elise. Milliam.
Hi, Irene. Hey, aren't you gonna dance?
Well, that's actually why I'm here. Do you want to dance with me?
Huh? Me? But I've never even danced with anybody before.
No worries. You can just follow my lead. So, what do you say?
Well, the leftovers at the food stalls were really calling my name. But sure, why not? I guess if every other girl has rejected your offer, I can find room in my heart to help you out.
Thanks.
That was really fun! And even though it was my first dance, I was awesome out there! More proof that I'm good at everything, I guess.
You say that because you didn't have to lead. But as long as you had fun, that's the important thing.
This academy's got fun new stuff to do every time I turn around. Sometimes I almost forget I'm here on a mission.
Sounds like a problem for an agent.
Maybe. I don't know. It's like there's two of me. One was sent here by the intelligence division, and one's just an average student. But I don't know which of those two me's is the real one.
What do you mean?
It's just, I never even got the chance to go to Sunday school. This is the first time I've ever had the chance to live a normal life, and it's so much fun. But I feel kinda conflicted.
Milliam? I don't think I can give you an easy answer here, but I think they're both you.
What?
You've helped us more times than I can count. Maybe that was because of your duty to the intelligence division. Maybe it wasn't. But at the end of the day, you're a classmate and a friend to every one of us. So I don't think that knowing which part of you is the real you is quite as important as you think.
Maybe it isn't.
And maybe it's selfish of me to say that, but it's how we all feel. No matter who you are, you're still our friend. And I'd be happy if you felt the same way about all of us.
I do. Besides, for now, being your friend is good enough for me. I'm just gonna have fun now and figure things out later.
That's the spirit. After that, I went back to see Elise. No. Hey, Crow.
What's up, man? You're not here to collect that interest already, are you? I value my kneecaps as much as the next guy, but I need more time.
Nah, I'm just over here because my sister shot me down when I asked her to dance. Needless to say, it's been a long day. Want to find a spot to sit down with me? I could use a cold drink and a good rest.
Now you're speaking my language. I'm in. Let's get two of the strongest damn drinks those stalls will pour us.
You know none of them sell alcohol, right?
Look at Jellica and George dancing the night away. I wonder if this is what I think it is.
And what is that exactly?
Jeez, you couldn't see flying sparks in a dark cave at midnight, could you? Keep that up all your life and you'll break even more hearts than I will.
But I mean, Angelica and George?
Forget it. Let me take you on a little trip to Uncle Crow's Wisdom Corner.
Little being the operative word.
Seriously though, if you only hold on to one piece of advice, it should be, take care of your buds. I know, you've heard it all a million times, but I wouldn't be telling you if I wasn't telling you straight. Doesn't matter where you are or if you graduate. If you treat your friends right, they're not gonna let you down. You need at least one like that. Better get searching if you don't have one. You still with me, Reen?
Sorry, I was just surprised. I didn't know you were capable of giving serious advice.
You know, each of these snide little comments is a tiny knife in my heart. I try to share a bit of my life experience and help my little buddy out, and this is the treatment I get?
I do appreciate it, though. My time here has definitely taught me how important a good friend can be. And I consider you one of mine. I don't just look up to you because you're older than me, but because you're a good friend. Okay, maybe friend is a little strong. Partner in crime might be more like it.
Partner in crime, huh? Not sure whether I should be offended or wear it with pride. You're a funny one, Reen. First you try to get interest on a 50-mirror loan, then you shower me with compliments?
Partners in crime are supposed to be able to turn from dangerous to friendly in the blink of an eye, right?
You got me there.
We don't have long before you graduate, but we've got to make the most of it.
You bet. Just, pray that I get to graduate at all.
After that, I went back to see Elise. Instructor?
Oh, it's you.
Yikes, you sound like you just got dumped.
For your information, I wasn't dumped. The Viscount and I finished our dance and he went on his way. But what are you doing here? Are you sure you should be leaving your sister alone with Patrick on the prowl?
Well, she can take care of herself. And besides, she was the one who encouraged me to come your way. Will you dance with me? I know the Viscount's a hard act to follow, but still.
Well, well, Reen Schwarzer. I always knew one day you'd recognize me for the paragon of womanhood I am. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were ready to graduate from giggling schoolgirls up to ladies with real class.
But let me guess, I should come back in a few years?
No, we can let you skip a couple of grades for the night. Just don't expect me to lead.
I'm sure I'll manage.
That's the stuff.
You look happy.
After all this hard work, I deserve a little bit of fun. And with the way you led, I'd say you do too. I'm surprised you don't sweep more ladies off their feet.
Jeez, when you put it like that, it makes me sound like some Casanova with a rose clenched in my teeth. I can't imagine that I was even half as good as the Viscount.
You weren't. But that doesn't mean you didn't have a certain youthful charm. Besides, I had fun. You're not the only student who asked me to dance, but you're one of the few who knew what he was doing.
Yeah. Speaking of youthful charm, if you don't mind me asking, what were you doing back before you became a bracer?
Well, have you ever heard of a country called Northumbria? It's north of the Empire, if the name didn't tip you off. That's where I'm from.
Northumbria, huh? I don't know a lot about it, but I've heard it's a hard place to eke out a living.
That's a nice way of putting it. The climate alone keeps a lot of people out, and that's the least of its problems. The only thing keeping the country afloat financially at this point is a single Jaeger Corps that got its start there.
Supported by a Jaeger Corps?
So if you've ever wondered why I'm big on telling you guys to go out and enjoy life while you're still young, that's why. It's not really like me to get all sentimental, but I can't help but want you guys to enjoy what I never could.
Instructor Sarah, it's not too late, you know.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you about to profess your undying love for me or something?
You're no less a bona fide member of Class 7 than I am. And you're still young, so it may be a little belated, but why not enjoy your youth with us? We're all in this together.
I can't believe I'm finding comfort in the arms of a younger man. I can tell you put your heart into that one. But really, that's like a B-rank pickup line at best.
I'm not trying to hit on you. I meant it.
Sure. Keep telling yourself that, lover boy. Whatever the reason, though. It made me happy to hear. One of these days, I'm gonna have to drag you along to this great bar I know. Once you're old enough to drink, anyway.
And here I was hoping you were offering to sneak me in. After that, I went back to see Elise. No, I'd better not. I'm sure everyone else is just as tired as I am. But if there's someone you'd like to dance with, you're very welcome to. I mean, it's nothing too formal, so you're free to dance with whoever you'd...
Oh, Lady Elise, it's so wonderful to see you. You look I'm afraid I must take my leave.
That was pathetic.
Quiet! I was trying to be respectful.
Well, that was interesting. But tonight's so beautiful that it would be a shame if you didn't get to dance with anyone. I suppose what I'm trying to say is, would you like to dance?
Sure. Thanks, Elise.
In that case, might I ask for the next one? Your Highness?
Having fun, Your Highness?
Good evening, both of you. Unlike the garden party, there is no need tonight to concern ourselves with societal standing or propriety. So, Reen, might I ask you for a dance? After your sister is fine, of course.
It would be my pleasure.
Alphen, what are you doing? It's all part of my brilliant plan. After I take him for a spin, all you need to do is get him to dance with you one more time. Oh, I can see it now. Your eyes meet, your lips parted into a kissable pout, and soon he'll think of you as more miss than sis. I don't know what you're planning, and now I'm almost afraid to ask.
After dancing with Princess Alphen and Elise, my sister and I exchanged greetings with my classmates and their families. And by then, that memorable evening was approaching its end.
Reen? Elise?
So, nun folgt finale Bonding-Event und das, mit dem ich dann auch Let's Play Kanon weitermachen werde.
I knew it. So, I have a...
Toa!
Oh, hey, Reen.
Are you finally done with all of your student council work?
Done is a relative term, but for now, you bet. What happened to your sister, by the way? Wasn't she with you?
Actually, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be standing here. Toa, would you like to dance with me?
Wait, you really mean it?
Of course. But don't worry about it if it would make you uncomfortable or something.
All right, then. I'm honestly glad you asked, just surprised. Can I ask you to lead, though?
Of course.
Thanks, Reen. It must have been no small feat for you to lead, given how... small I am.
Not at all. I had fun. Still, it's hard to believe that the festival is almost over now.
Yeah, it is. It was a lot of hard work, but I loved every minute of it. Your concert even topped the one we put on last year.
Is something wrong?
Sorry, just thinking that this is my last Academy Festival got me all emotional. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be setting an example for you, and yet here I am. How embarrassing. Oh.
There's nothing to be embarrassed about. Nobody at the school has put more work into this festival than you have. It makes sense to be emotional. And while I'm sure it's hard to leave this behind, I think I speak for everyone when I tell you how grateful we are Thank you.
Reen. Thank you too. But,
Huh?
I might be shorter than you, but I am a second year. I don't think it's really appropriate for you to start stroking my head out of nowhere like that.
I'm so sorry. I do it to my sister all the time, so it's kind of turned into a bad habit of mine. Oh, Lisa's already chewed me out for that before, too.
Oh. Oh, really? So he's a serial head rubber. Still, I haven't had anyone fawn over me like that since I was a kid. It was kind of nice, to be honest. You can tell that you're an older brother.
Thanks, I guess.
There's not a lot of time left until I graduate. But with you here, I'm sure the Academy is going to be in good hands once I'm gone.
Well, I'll have a lot to live up to. But I'll be sure to make this Academy an even better place than it is now.
Then it's a promise.
After that, I went back to see Elise.
Und was nach diesem Bonding Event passiert, werden wir dann im nächsten Part genau mit begutachten. Wenn euch diese, ich sag mal, etwas andere Part gefallen hat, lasst gerne einen Daumen nach oben da und den Kanal und Bewertung verpassen. Und dann sehen wir uns beim nächsten Mal, wenn wir weiter Richtung Ende des Spiels gehen. Bis dahin. Ciao, ciao.